no longer smelling of sewer thanks to prestidigitation.
I did that for myself.
Oh, okay. Okay, so only one of you, the bard, is still smelling okay because of prestidigitation. The rest of you, what do you do about that then?
Bran would ask the bard, and if he wouldn't, he would threaten him with like, "I can heal you."
Yeah, I can heal you too, buddy.
Ironius doesn't care.
Can you get rid of the smell, dude, please?
I can.
Would you get rid of the smell?
Sure. There we go. Now I do prestidigitation to clean him.
Man, he's big with his words, man. That.
It's all a matter of asking.
Mm-hmm. Also, I need to remember that Fredrickson has a healing potion. I don't know if he has written it down, but I gave him one last session, which I want back because it was 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, and then you guys ran out of money, of course. Alright, so your sleep is uninterrupted. You wake refreshed. It seems like Arvonius is still, still got a bit of a sewer smell to him. And you come out into the main room of the inn, and the bards are still there. They wave your bard over.
I'll walk over.
Ah, there you are, friend. I hear you're heading off today.
Indeed, yes.
Well, I want to thank you for everything you've done to help us out here, and I wish to share a tale with you.
Let's hear it.
Unfortunately, because I've been sick, I'm not doing too much with the voice, but I do have the handout to hand you, so I will be handing that out to you, and if you wish to share it with the rest of the party, you may. There. It's called The Old Kingdom. It's a bit of a local tale.
I will hold on to it for now, and when I need to perform for money again, that's what I'll tell.
Well, be safe on your journey, and come back anytime.
Well, I plan on it. Best wishes with your music.
And you as well.
Don't get kicked out. And I give him a playful wink.
And they all kind of wave out at you. Right. Any of the rest of you?
Nope, just ready to move.
Yeah. So we're heading to the forest and then to the next town on our way, right? That's the plan?
Yep.
Alright, let's go. We don't have money to rent horses.
Nope.
I mean, it's what, like a 16-day walk?
Roughly, yeah.
Do you guys want to stick to the roads or go straight there?
I thought we're going to the,
we heard
we talked about going to the forest, but then I brought up we were paid to go down to the mountains. We're already halfway there. We won't make it on time if we go back.
No, we were saying that we go to the mountains, and I thought there was like a city or something on the way towards.
So the plan was to go to this forest, and then down to here.
Well, there's also another city over here in this forest over here, and sorry, a town over there, and there's another town over here. There's basically several towns in the area. There could also the potential of villages, kind of scattered about that aren't exactly on the map because they're small.
Well, we had what, a 45-day period?
And
yes.
We have 39 days left, so if we go this way, and then this.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. Because it's 90 days in a month. No, that was just marking off a village. You're actually right here.
Oh.
Let me do a quick calculation. Hold on. Yeah, 45. Yeah, it was definitely 45 days. And now you've spent 7 days, so that makes you have 38 more days.
Well, it's a 16-day walk down to the mountains. To the forest, it's called out the 75. It would be 5 days. 5 days there, 5 days back. 10 days.
Who said we're coming back? We were going to go investigate this thing, see if anything's there, and then go down.
So the
The
plan was
entire purpose was to get a reward from the guard to earn the money. There's no point in.
No, the guard wasn't giving you
Going
this.
to do
You were being pointed out. You picked this information up in the tavern that there was something going on in the forest. Some sort of lights that weren't expected there, since orcs in this region tend to stick to the open plains, and nobody lives out there in those woods because the road is all the way down here.
That just sounds like trouble.
Sounds like adventure. We got a hook to go do something, and I want to go do it.
I mean, it might be connected to what we're supposed to do. We don't know.
We technically weren't sent to go to this place. We were just sent down here to find what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Oh, you know that basically, here, to recap what you know that something is going on involving skeletons down here in the south, attacking various villages. The south basically starts right here at midpoint, past the ancient walls. So basically this entire area is suspect.
So going to these woods technically is doing stuff in the south.
Exactly. Like the mountains are the southernmost point, the borderlands of this country, but this entire section of the country is the south. And when people are in Hellspring are talking about the southern Hellspring, this is what they're talking about. Any place midpoint and below is the south.
I thought our entire thing was to go to the mountain.
No, our entire thing is to find out what the fuck is going on.
Then why do I have stuff about the mountain written in my notes?
Because that's where the Minotaur said might be a good place to start.
I mean, there's no harm in checking things out on the way.
Oh, there's plenty of harm in checking things out along the way.
I mean, sure.
So, do we want to have a vote?
Jason decides to stay quiet. He's basically saying, "This is your party. I'm just kind of following you guys around at the moment."
I mean, I'm good with a vote, but I mean,
Now, Jason said, I remember asking him, but apparently I didn't write it down. What was his specialty as a wizard?
I think he didn't choose one yet. And,
He hadn't chosen one yet because he was still level 1 wizard.
Mhm.
You know, he's in your stream, so he basically just plays around with cantrips.
Got it. So generalist right now.
Yeah, for the moment he's a generalist. He studies books. He's the typical wizard type. Pale and got scraggly hair, youngish.
Nerd.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's in the general direction of the mountains. It may take us off track for like a day or two, so it's not that bad.
It would be like 4 extra days or so.
I mean, we have like 45 left, so...
We have 39 left.
38 left, actually.
38, including today, I thought.
Well, okay, yeah.
Or we're yeah.
Would anybody like to control the movement token since you're planning on going off road?
I don't. I have had enough trouble with that in Tomb of Annihilation.
I'll do it.
Alright.
No, he's gonna decide where we're gonna go.
Okay, so each square basically represents a day of travel. Since you're not on a horse. so that basically you're walking a day, and I check the tables to see if you see anything interesting, and then you have a night to decide what you're going to do. Do you have enough rations?
I have like 15, I think.
All right.
I mean, I don't have any money, so I can't buy anymore, so we're kind of stuck with this.
A gold buys a ton of rations.
Rations are 5 silver.
Yeah, it's like 2 rations.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm used to the 3.5 where like
Yeah, rations were cheap.
Yeah, but
Those
you can
are
also
good days.
you're also able to scavenge for food. There's usually things wandering around that you can hunt. Kind of like the Oregon Trail. You guys played that as a kid or anything like that?
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
I mean, grass technically has nutrition to it.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody in the party has a system capable of extracting nutrition from the grass.
We could
But-
certainly try.
Do you have water bottles or rather water skins, anything like that on you?
I got the
should
full
have.
explorer's
Alright.
pack, so
And you're probably good for to travel between areas.
Yeah. I think I have one too.
I have a single water skin, and I have 5 days of rations.
Then you might want to equip yourself with a bit more. We can wait.
Nope.
Then you're good?
I will hunt. And I will use prestidigitation to flavor stuff.
Alright, and I will check for daily rainfall since you're nowhere near a stream or river to gather more water. Alright, so pick a direction. Okay, you're still on the road. Excuse me. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, up in the sky, you can see a circling bird flying above your heads. It looks rather reddish in color.
Hey, Jason, do you know what that kind of bird is?
He frowns, looking up, kind of tilts his head a bit. Says, I think that might be a bloodhawk.
If I look at the bird, does it look like something I would know?
Roll an informational check. What is it? Knowledge, nature.
Nature.
I like to roll one too to see if that has anything to do with dead bodies being near.
Alright, knowledge, nature, and what do we got here? I'm trying to figure out what page that they're on. I lost track of that.
I'd try to help them both. Can I try to see if I can give them advantage?
Sure.
Cool.
Alright.
Nope. Dumb work is dumb.
But you guys know from your nature check is that bloodhawk is actually rather aggressive. It has nothing to do with the dead or anything like that. But usually they are in a pack in large a flock in large numbers. This one seems to be alone. It's kind of
does seem to be a
circling around above your heads.
Are they edible?
Yes. They're just normal hawks, but they're blood red in color and aggressive.
I mean, how many hit points can a hawk have? Should we get us some dinner, guys?
I would
Sure.
like to attempt to just start singing and see if I can attract the bloodhawk
Okay.
without harming it.
I'll wait.
Let's
if
see what your
that's
performance check comes up with.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
The hawk lets out a piercing cry and starts circling down towards you until it catches the right breeze and it's coming very close.
I'll hold out. I don't know. It's
An arm?
my
What kind
stick, an arm,
Okay.
something.
What are you holding out?
Let's call it my cane.
Alright. The hawk comes down and it lands on your cane, tilting its head back and forth.
I'm just marveling at the bird. A very pretty bird.
I whisper.
And then I'm gonna let it go.
Can I do an animal handling to get it to come over to me?
Sure.
Oh, I want to whisper Ironius. Should we kill it?
The bird flaps its wings and starts to take off again.
I will just Eldritch Blast it. No way I'm
can't.
gonna let.
An Eldritch Blast would make it inedible. You were talking about food.
I mean, it's force damage. How bad would it be? Not able to eat it. How about
It could implode.
how about
is-
radiant damage?
Well,
Basically, magical damage of any kind would make it fairly inedible.
All right.
I can insult it, but it's a good bird. I'm not doing it. If it would have ignored me calling to it, I would have had no problem making fun of it.
Jason
It's
is
okay.
in the background face palming at the moment.
Yeah. You see what I have to deal with, Jason?
All right. Let's
Probably the gnome is face palming as well. So what do you guys wish to do?
I'll just keep an eye on the sky to see if there are any more of them coming. And except for that, I'm fine with keeping going.
yeah. Well, I would like to do like. Are we gonna stop for the day since we've done like a day's worth of traveling and set up, or you want me to go find a hunt and try to hunt things, or what?
I mean, we could try to hunt. I'm fine with that.
So set up camp and I go hunt.
Are you leaving anybody to guard the camp?
Well, those guys.
Alright, that was
I ain't going hunting. I'm too sophisticated for that.
Alright, roll a survival check.
Would you like me to roll a stealth as well?
Nah, you're good. You find 2 rabbits on your way, easily caught. And by the time you bring it back to camp, you've noticed that another dead rabbit with talon marks in it has been dropped in front of the bard.
Good. I will take out one of my daggers, start skinning it, and I'll get a fire going.
I will take the skins for later use.
Alright.
I will cut off some of the meat and see if I can feed if the bird is still around.
No, the bird basically dropped the rabbit off for you and left.
Cool, then I got a full rabbit to myself.
I have a full rabbit too, and I got one for the other guys.
Yeah, but I didn't have to work for it.
What do you mean?
You
work?
sang for it. No, sorry.
And I'll use prestidigitation to make mine taste like some really fine steak.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just sharing with the gnome. We're cool.
And Jason's got his own rations. He's good.
Then we eat. How do you guys want to do watches?
How dark is it right now?
It's fairly dark. You're on basically a flat plain. It's dark enough that you can see off in the distance this direction, and in the distance this direction are clearly farms about a day's travel away.
When would be the best time for someone who doesn't have dark vision to take watch? That's when I will take watch.
Probably
Morning.
right now when the fire is still going.
Yeah, I'll take first then.
Here's a question. Does how well read is Valifar into other arcane magics, particularly the alarm spell?
That would be up to you.
I mean, I'd like to say he would, because I'm about ready to ask Jason if he happens to have the alarm spell.
Let's see. Hold on a second. I need to open up Jason's grimoires. Remind myself what he's got.
Jason, you don't happen to have a spell or something that you could do to set up, it's called an alarm around camp? Anything that might make our having to watch easier?
He looks up, flips through one of his books, and starts shaking his head. Nah, I never bothered to learn that.
Seems like it'd be quite useful, but very well. If you don't have it, you don't have it. It's worth a shot.
He nods in agreement.
And I go to sleep.
So who said they were taking second watch?
No one did.
No one did.
Frederick probably would have done, I guess. Right? Because we're with 4 people and one isn't here.
Yeah, so we got
There's
Noom second.
Technically 5 of us.
Unless you want one of us to take it. I don't know.
Alright.
So what's the bard taking?
Nothing happens on first watch. Who's on second watch? Just gonna have the Noom on second watch?
Gnome and wizard, like the wizards.
Alright. Second watch. Nothing interesting happens. Who's on third watch?
Would be the
I
bard.
guess.
Let's see. Third watch. Yeah, sometime towards the middle of the night, you start hearing the sounds of a cart coming up the road. Up from the south.
I'll use prestidigitation twice. Once to relight the fire, and then one to change it to a much dimmer color to not wake everyone up.
Eventually, you see several peasants coming by with a cart laden with produce. They stop for a moment and look over at you. Hey, you guys lost?
No.
You're out here pretty early in the morning.
We're camping.
Well, I take it you could have used a ride down south, huh?
Could have.
Well, if you're still here in a couple of days, well, we'll be making a return trip. Maybe we'll give you a lift.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll be on the move. As much as I appreciate the offer, we probably won't be around.
Well, alright. Well, take care. Be safe out here. And the peasants continue
good
on
day.
towards the north. No doubt taking their crops to the midpoint. Yeah, and that's the extent of what happens during your watch.
I'll wake up the big guy that gets very angry.
Good morning.
Because Valifar has yet to bother learning your guys' names.
This is sometime after the peasants have gone by, and as you're waking up, Aronius, you hear a squealing from the darkness.
Am I awake or not yet?
You're awake. You're awake, and it's before the bard is going back to sleep.
Can't tell what direction it's gone.
Sorry, what?
Can I tell what direction it came from?
It came from the west.
Oh, ask the bard, do you want me to go find out what happened out there?
Eh. It's up to you. I'm more than content to just stay here.
You
If it
go
bugs us,
sleep. I'll watch that direction.
Alright.
yeah,
As you continue... Okay.
wake me up first if it comes and bugs anyone.
Alright. As the bard goes to sleep and Aronius starts his watch, a large boar comes rushing out of the darkness and kind of plows right past your fire.
Does it get caught on flames?
No, it's not actually touching the fire, but it's plowing in basically through your camp.
Can I try to grapple it?
Yes.
It would. Are you proficient with athletics?
Yeah.
The
So
boar...
it'd be an athletics check.
Isn't athletics also done by strength?
Yeah,
but
so it's just,
he'd
So
get to add his
it's the
proficiency.
same...
it's +2.
Alright.
So it would be 15.
Yeah, either way, the boar manages to just barely avoid your grab and just continues to run on past you, disappearing into the darkness.
Oh, strange. I'll ready the flail and shield that's still set.
Nothing more comes out of the darkness. It seems like something must have startled the boar, but you nearly caught you nearly caught breakfast.
It's a big breakfast.
Well, yeah, you guys would have been set with rations for a while and been able to trade the rest. Anyway, where the boar went, you do not know. And the morning soon comes, and everybody gets up. Well, the NPCs get up anyway.
So, anything interesting happen?
Boar ran through.
Oh, alright.
Tried to tackle it, but
There was like this really large creature, and I scared it away. You're safe thanks to me.
why didn't you wake
It
me?
was a boring night. Because it was a boring night. Trying to wake up, get everyone blood pumping.
Do squats with me. I'll start
No.
doing squats to get my blood pumping. Come on, this is how you wake.
Do it. Roll athletics. Ouch.
Crap.
You're getting a -1 to your next combat roll. You've overextended well, at least up for today. If you get into combat today, you get a -1 to it for overextending your muscles.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to clean myself off of any crime. Once again, to prestidigitation to shave. And then I'll once again use it. You apply heat when you're overextended, right, or cold?
I can never remember.
I'm gonna
both.
say it's heat.
You go hot then cold.
All right. Well, wherever you overextended is now warm.
The legs. I was squatting.
Alright. Should we get
Now
going,
it's cold.
guys?
Thank you. I would have had
Yeah.
a horrible.
Did I fix the problem?
No, that was not one. I'm gonna accept that -1 on the first combat roll. I are with me today. So, shall we travel?
Sure. What's the weather like?
Let us see here. The weather is currently warm and sunny.
Cool. Then I'm gonna bundle up my clothes before I or my armor before I get it on. I'm gonna chill everything, just so I'm nice and comfortable.
Yeah, Jason is standing there writing a note of just how useful prestidigitation is.
It's pretty great, right?
It's super useful for like everything.
Yep. Hey, you don't get a head this smooth with a razor, man.
You
As
do
you
add
as
20
you
to my bald.
sorry, as you walk along this day, you come across your first signs of a real danger. Let me line up your characters, and then I'll tell you what it is. Let's see, Erroneous, you'd be in front. Probably.
I'm in the back.
I'm pretty sure it goes like me, Bran, the gnome, and you.
Pretty much, I'm next to Jason.
Alright.
That seems about right.
Yeah, it seems pretty normal.
I mean, yeah, we talk about magic, of course.
Yeah, as you're walking, you suddenly hear from up ahead the sound of bones clinking together, and 3 skeletons are now within view, heading right for you.
Guys, I think it's time to do something.
Do they seem to have noticed us yet?
Yep, they seem to be locked on target and heading right for you.
Great initiative, guys. We're gonna win this.
Awesome, guys.
Why? This seems about normal for me.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Seriously, I always, when I have a
What
character
the?
with no dex modifier, I roll higher.
I mean, good news, they're all far away from us, so they're probably not gonna reach us this round.
Well, you had,
We'll just-
you know, you could hear them coming, so it was easier for you to be able to hear that. Jason decides he's going to hang back and observe this, so he's not stealing your XP. Well, in character, out of character, that's the reason. In character, it's he's hanging back and observing. Mostly because I have to roll for another wizard, and he gets first pick.
I mean,
So
if you want, you can give me access to his sheet, and I could do his wizard for him.
here's a thought. Hold on, I'll do that.
Because I love wizards. Yay.
Alright. Done. Alright, and I will.
Oh, he is so creepy. um, Freddy would probably take a step out. And let's see. And he's short on spells. He's missing 4 level 1 spells.
You should,
He never rested.
you should
No,
be
no, no.
on everything.
I mean,
He
a
doesn't
first level
have
wizard
them.
knows 6 spells.
Oh.
He has 2. He's gonna do a firebolt.
Oh, you're right. I never gave Mecca some points. There we go. Which one are you targeting?
At the very one, the one
I gave them all colors, so you can just go off that.
red,
Alright. Oh,
and
nice.
he'll duck back in.
It blasts apart from the assault. Skeleton comes up the road. Skeleton comes up the road. Erroneous.
He would move up. This one. And flail time.
Smack. Oh, in fact, that's a bludgeoning weapon. Ooh, that's more than just a smack. It kind of explodes under your assault. Bones are not good against smacking. Braun!
Braun will move closer and use Sacred Flame.
That is one dexterous skeleton.
That's a ninja skeleton.
Maybe it was a ninja. Jason kind of moves up, and he is going to use... Could have sworn I'd already put all of his cantrips in, but I must have forgotten at some point. He's also going to use Firebolt, which is how much damage? Okay, when that happens. Ranged spell attack against the target. 1 second.
What's his intelligence?
Yeah, just 1 second. All I have to do is just drag and drop onto something. Get irritated because I could have sworn I'd already had his skill, everything filled out on the sheet, and then I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't do the double check on it. And there we go. 6 damage. Don't you just hate it when that happens? When you're sure you've done something, and then when it comes down to it, you haven't?
Yeah.
Forgot to advance. Sorry. Valfar.
And I believe that misses.
Which one? Oh, yeah, the only one left. Duh. Yeah, it does miss. It kind of like the bolt goes straight through the skeleton's rib cage and out the other side without touching anything.
Right. And he'll be doing Firebolt again because it's about all he has currently.
Ooh. Kind of fizzles out on his fingertips. Skeleton. Skeleton moves forward in front of Braun. Picks out its short sword and tries to stab him.
That hits. Good thing I have high constitution.
Erroneous.
Bad skeleton. Bad erroneous.
And you managed to miss. The flail kind of hits the ground right at the skeleton's feet, bringing up chunks of the road. Braun.
I'll try to hit it with my quarterstaff. Nope.
Your staff kind of smacks into the ground as well. Meanwhile, Jason,
I will
Seth.
bonus action heal myself, just in case.
good plan. Jason casts Firebolt. 1 damage. Valfar.
I'll sling the crossbow back over and I will approach sword drawn.
And you manage to take it down. The sword kind of goes right into the thing's skull, lifts the skull off the body, and the bones just kind of fall apart. And the bard wins the day. There's now piles of bones and some scimitars lying in the dirt around you. Yeah, 30 XP.
Could we tell where those were before here?
They came along the road up from the road to the south.
He has very little actually filled out on his sheet.
The gnome?
Yep.
Oops, wrong one.
So, do we rest here or continue on?
What time of day is it?
It's kind of noonish.
Continue on.
Alright, we'll continue on through this path.
Yeah, you finish off the day, leaving the bones and the bits of weaponry behind. You continue to head along the road until nightfall.
Okay.
So you'll take a nice, renewing, long rest.
Yay.
I'm just going to go with
I don't
the
think
same...
any of us really...
So, go ahead.
I don't think any of us really expended resources for that.
No, I didn't even rage.
Well, I can't cast my magic against skeletons because they can't hear. Stupid skeletons.
Yeah, they're unintelligent undead, therefore they can't be mocked.
Well, it's more the fact that they can't hear.
I don't think it says anything about that.
It
I just kind of
says if
see...
a target...
I just kind of see skeletons as automatons versus zombies and ghouls. Zombies you might be able to intimidate, and ghouls have a higher intelligence level. So ghouls you can definitely do bardy things against. But skeletons, I kind of see skeletons as
there is no
automatons.
intelligence or wisdom level. There's no intelligence or wisdom level. It says if the target can hear you.
Yeah. Doesn't it also the ones that say that if the target can understand you?
No, it's if they can hear me, though they don't need to understand.
Yeah, skeletons can't actually hear since they can't really perceive anything. They're just kind of automatons. I'm just gonna go with the same order that you guys went in last time to see, for sleep order.
Yeah,
That
that's
works.
probably gonna be the
I did have a question. Could I retrieve my crossbow bolt before we moved on?
Yes.
Did it break?
No. Just kind of went through the between the ribs and everything.
Do you guys want to hunt, or are we gonna use potions to die?
I'll hunt.
Survival for hunting. Ooh. This night you find enough meat to make rations for everybody. Well, the equivalent of rations for everybody in the party.
Yeah.
And I'll use prestidigitation to light a fire.
So you eat, you have a nice warm fire, and you sleep well this night. Nothing wakes anybody up. Nothing comes charging out of there. Nothing attacks you.
Yep.
So you hear birds singing in the morning. Nothing exciting, no bloodhawks, but just standard things are waking up. You're close enough to a farm, even though it's a ways away, that you can kind of vaguely hear roosters.
Continue pressing on.
I guess so. We should head in the direction of the skeletons came from, most likely, I think.
It's the same direction as everything.
Yep. And as you come down to this juncture, you see several peasants kind of standing in the middle of the road, discussing things quietly amongst each other. They stop when they notice a group of heavily armed people that clearly are not guards coming towards them.
I am not heavily armed.
I am. I'm flailing battle axe.
I'm just going to continue walking by and see if they stop me.
They don't. They seem to be waiting for you guys to pass by.
I'd wave, and smile.
One of them waves back slightly, but seems a little bit intimidated by your smile.
Heyo.
Keep walking by.
Alright,
Okay.
it's a fairly uneventful day. Time to make camp.
So,
Fire.
my question...
Go ahead.
Survival? But my question is, for the party, do we continue on the road, or do we go towards the forest? Because this is the split point.
I would say go towards the forest because I don't know there's something there, and we're looking for something. If it's nothing, it will probably be a problem in the future, so we might as well solve it now.
Alright, works for me. We'll go towards the forest in the morning. Did I catch anything today?
You caught one rabbit.
Are there any animals around? Anything flying?
Let's do a check. No, you don't notice anything from where you are.
Right. Well, in that case, then let's just try a general tune. I guess I'll start playing my flute while for just a classic overlay and see if I can attract any animal presence or anything that might be around closer.
Alright.
Just there's a flute check. That sucks.
I was like, when I see.
Well, the question would be, because I'm using minor illusion, do you want me to roll another performance for the illusion?
Nah, it's okay. Nothing is around. Nothing is responding to your music or any illusions you're doing.
Got it. Well, I guess I'll eat one of my rations.
I'll do two since there isn't enough bunny to go around.
Yeah, not for the big strong hero types. Jason kind of splits a ration with the gnome since he's busy chatting with him about wizardy stuff.
And I'll eat my rabbit.
I think our wizard is less interested in being a wizard and just blowing things up. It's the bard that's more interested in being a
he's
wizard.
the wizard guy. Remember, he blew up several labs before this. The last lab explosion resulted in several dead kobolds. So he got demoted down to security. But those guards are with you this night. Nothing happens. You've been in Hillspring for 10 days now.
Once again, clean clothes, clean shave, all that fun stuff. What's the weather like?
Weather is still fairly clear. The sun is shining up in the sky. It's just
Chilling my armor.
It's late spring, aka renewal.
Yep.
And almost summer, aka divine.
So pretty much chilled armor every day.
Ironius would come to Valafar and ask if he could help with his head, as his hair is starting to grow out and he is first bald.
shave, clean, prestidigitation.
Thank you.
Done.
He keeps a beard but a bald head.
I've seen
I'm
guys
kind
like
of
that.
tempted to play with the beard just a little bit.
I'll let him. He's helping him with the
All right,
That's
your
part
head's
of the magic.
shaved, and the head is shaved, and now your beard's pink for the next hour.
He doesn't know, so it doesn't bother.
Jason is kind of
snickering.
snickering and debating whether or not to let him in on this.
Hey, don't let him know. It's funnier this way.
So we would head here.
Yeah, and then just re-dyeing my clothes as I'm sure the dye is going out and making it even more flamboyant than the last time.
Alright. So, as you guys are walking along, probably expecting trouble, you come across something more or less majestic. A hippogriff. The hippogriff is kind of just grazing in the grass, looking probably for rats and other things to eat.
What do I know about hippogriffs?
You have to make a roll for that.
That's what I figured. What do you want me to roll?
Let's see. Since they are considered magical origins, you might want to go with Arcana, but you can also do Nature since they appear to be here. Going Arcana. You don't know much about them besides the fact that they're believed to be magical, or at least having origins in magic. Perhaps someone's experiment a long time ago to create something that went awry, and then they escaped into nature, something like that.
Alright. I think I got a song for this, and I'm going to start playing the flute.
Can I do animal handling to
Sure.
get up closer to it? Nope.
The hippogriff lifts its head as you come near and begins to back off. The flute playing. The flute playing makes it stop. However, its ears, well, not ears. Sorry, these things don't have exposed ears. Its tail kind of twitching back and forth, and it kind of leans back on its hooves and just starts listening to the flute playing.
Hey, big guy, leave it alone, and I'm just going to continue to play for as long as it's willing to sit there.
It's willing to sit there for 4 hours listening to you.
I am willing to play for 4 hours unless everyone else is trying to move me along.
We'd probably maybe 30 minutes before our Arnis would start.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless he can pet the animal, he really doesn't care.
You're welcome to try. Magic calms the savage beast.
I did the animal handling. I don't know if I can do it again.
Nah. I kind of just think of at least once per day with the same object.
Yeah.
Bran will say to Verfel, I thought you were talking about not wasting time anymore.
You consider this a waste of time? Since when was the last time you've seen such a lovely beast?
Today. That's true. We're kind of here to find some skeleton shit.
I know I'm a lovely beast, but you don't have to call me one.
Yeah, but see, last time I did this, I got food. So let's see.
After 30 minutes, our Arnis is going.
Yep. I'll put the flute away. I'll give a deep bow to the hippogriff.
The hippogriff bows in return and takes off into the sky.
And I'm going to follow Ironius.
Night falls.
That was a lot of dice.
Oh, that's my dice tray. I was moving it around by accident. I was trying to get into a good
I'll light
position.
the fire.
I'll try to find.
I feel like I'm just a Swiss
You
Army
find
knife
nothing.
right now.
You find nothing this evening, Aranis.
Man, Okay, I'll eat one of my rations from the pack.
I'll do too.
Everyone's down to rations tonight.
I don't think our little gnome wizard has rations.
Basically, I'm having Jason share with him for now.
No. Great.
Hmm. While you're on second watch, you hear the wizard and the two wizards. The two wizards start waking everybody up.
Fire.
There's something coming this way. I can hear feet and what sounds like chink. It sounds a bit like chains or something like rattling nearby. Jason whispers.
Alright, cool. Fire's lit, now it's black. So we have a black fire going.
Can I tell where the fire or the noise is coming from?
Since
South.
the fire is black, I can't see shit, so I'm gonna light it.
It still gives off light. It's just
It's-
much dimmed.
I don't have dark.
I'll be at the ready towards the south.
I mean, if you want, I'll snap my finger and now it's a bright white light.
You know,
I can do this.
I can just cast light on the dagger. You know, I'm fine.
I already have the fire going, and I could I'm just gonna very rapidly, keep casting prestidigitation and go through the entire rainbow spectrum of colors.
Thanks for letting them know where we are.
Bron, you would have healed yourself since the last battle.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Valfar's still like half asleep.
I'm good. Hmm. Does it sound like it's coming towards us, or is it just a general sound?
It's coming towards you. Whatever light you had before was enough to attract its attention.
Alright. I think we should be ready for the worst and hope for the best. Does that sound good?
Well, hey,
I guess we prepare for the worst.
Two orcs come out of the darkness with their weapons drawn. They kind of pause though when they see the amount of people that you have assembled.
I'll yell out in Orcish. We aren't foes.
The orcs kind of like look over towards you. You don't sound like you're from here. When
We aren't,
shouts.
and we aren't your foes.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Oh boy. The other orc kind of grins and says, "But you're trespassing in our territory. You are our foes."
I'll finally open my eyes. I'll look over.
Is there
I'm gonna cast Charm Person at one of the orcs.
All right, which one?
is there a battle map? Because I can't see it.
Let's go left.
Sorry guys. That's why I forgot to drag your thing over. All right, you're trying to cast Charm Person?
The one on, let's call it the left.
All right. Where's the DC on that?
It's gonna be 14.
The orc in question succeeds that and is now looking at you with narrowed eyes.
If you don't want something bad to happen, you'll leave. That was a warning. Anything? I don't want to roll.
You also got to roll for Fredrickson.
I'm on it.
What's up with your initiative? You always go first.
I have massive decks.
Alright. Erroneous.
I'm gonna wait until they approach. Like, yeah, they threaten, but
You're holding your action. Alright.
until they go, yeah.
Alright. First orc pulls out its great axe and kind of runs forward close to you, looking ready to strike. Second orc pulls out its great axe and also runs close by to ready to strike.
Are they full orcs?
Yeah, they're full orcs. They could have some
Oh, they
human
should
in their
have-
bloodline, but they appear just to be full orcs.
Then they should have a trait called aggressive, which allows them to move closer to a target as a bonus action.
Ah, I see that. That's a bonus action here. Oh yeah. Then the orc goes here. Ironius, you get your attack. Sorry, I forgot about the aggressive feature. It's on the token. Ah.
No
Stupid
problem,
thing.
just making sure.
And I would rage.
Alright, it gets to swing its great axe back at you.
Eat pieces.
That's a miss. That one I've gotten all the way up to you, Bron. And great axe at you. Miss. Bron, it's now your turn.
Would I have disadvantage on Witch Bolt from here? Probably.
If it's a
directly
ranged
in-
attack roll, you do.
Yeah. I'll guess I'll just hit him. Or try. Nope.
Miss. The orc kind of grins at you. Fredrickson.
He's gonna fire bolt the one in front of our warlock
Alright.
and miss. And he'll just back up because he's a squishy little wizard.
Jason will do the same and hits. Sulfur.
I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers. And the one that's less damaged.
Alright. Ooh.
So if he's
The
still
orc-
alive, he
the orc screams in pain and collapses in front of the warlock.
I warned you.
Its great axe kind of
warned
falling to the ground along next to its hide armor. Blood kind
And
of
I'm just
gushing
gonna
from
back
its
up.
ears.
That's my turn.
Irenius. You bring your flail around and clap the orc directly into the skull, and it drops like a rock too, also spilling its great axe.
Can I make a dex check to see if I can just grab the great axe before it touches the ground?
Sure.
Nope. But I'm gonna take a great axe.
Alright. So one great axe taken. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Because I didn't even bother to put on my armor.
Yeah, same.
I don't need an
Shush
armor.
you. You need to polish your armor. That's what you need to do.
You'll probably wake up to him polishing like his muscles and everything.
I have a meme for that.
Alright. It's the next day. The rest of your evening was uneventful. Though there are now still 2 corpses, orc corpses laying there.
During my watch, I would use the other great axe to like dig a small trench and throw him into it,
Alright.
and like bury him as best as I can, and just do that.
There
Yeah.
would be, if we could prove we killed them, would there be any way we could get a reward somewhere for this?
You have no way of knowing.
Alright.
I would like leave the great axe pierced into the ground over there, and then continue before sunrise. Well, at sunrise.
Alright. You've entered into the woods at this point. Sorry. Even though it's the bright daylight, the woods themselves are kind of dark and foreboding. Although you see evidence of old stone walls and old bits of road here and there from ancient times.
Do we want to keep going deeper into the forest or skirt around the edge? Is what I asked them.
I mean, the lights were.
What do we
in
know
the
about the lights?
Nothing.
Can I make a history check to see if I know anything about these old buildings?
We don't see any old buildings yet. You just kind of see bits of rock, but you can't investigate them.
Sure.
And
why
you can
not?
also roll history to see what you might remember from school over in Emlarin.
Sure, I'll make an investigation check. I don't know. And history.
You see that the ruins themselves, are pretty much just some old wall here and there, completely overgrown. Pretty much, you wouldn't notice them from any great distance. Just kind of like as you're stepping through, you notice that the plant life and stuff is growing all through bits and pieces, but not enough to make up any structure out here. You know from your history that this area was its own country up until about 1,000 years ago, when the Minotaurs expanded and conquered down this way. Most likely this is remnants of the civilization that used to be here.
Alright. Should we keep going?
Yes.
Or should we wait till nightfall to see what the lights do?
Shall we? Let's skirt around, like heading southward on at the edge of the forest, because then if we see the lights, we can go in. If we don't, we'll just keep going south.
How big is this area, real quick?
You can see it on the map. Or are you talking about the square you're in?
Pretty much this town. Ish, this very old town.
Oh no, you're not in a very old town. You're just kind of seeing the edge of bits and pieces of a wall. You don't even know what kind of structure it is. It's just a bit of rock that clearly was manufactured at some point into a wall of a building or wall of a settlement or something. Just on the edge of the forest, but it's completely overgrown. You can't make out anything else of it.
And let's skirt south, I guess.
All right, we'll skirt around the edge of the tree line itself.
Alright, and I think this would be a good place to stop for tonight since my it's getting harder to breathe and everything. Cause I'm still not feeling too well. But I think you guys made some good progress here.
Yeah.
Good.
You got a couple of good battles.
We're
Close to
still-
level 2.
Yeah, like 32.
32 is the lower OA.
So close, yet so far.
I know it wasn't a very long session, all things considered, but
No problem.
like I said, I've not been feeling well today.